Tesla stock is on sale because Moody's is putting Tesla stock in the junk bond category for Tesla's debt instead of upgrading it to investment grade, which would be the obvious decision to make if you are familiar with Tesla on a deeper level at all, and just in general with business and investing, because there's no world, there's no reality where an agency's rating, such as Moody's, to upgrade someone's debt from junk to investment grade. I would have a hard time to imagine how that would not have a positive impact on the stock, because some institutional investors have limitations to only own investment grade stocks. And this obviously makes it still impossible for such investors to own Tesla stock. However, I am happy about this because I want to buy more Tesla stock. I'm all into Tesla stock. Basically, the only reason why Moody's is doing this, and this is quite spectacular, what we're gonna go through right here, you will want to watch this one. Moody's responded that it wants to see Tesla expand its product lineup beyond two hot-selling cars, the Model Y and Model 3. Those two models are responsible for essentially all of Tesla sales. Now that point is true, but why Tesla basically only focuses on two models, the Model 3 and Model Y, and why is that bad? Well, according to Moody's, it's better, and I can see where we are coming from. This is what they think. Let's say you have two companies. One company, you make 1 million cars a year, and those sales come roughly equally from 10 different models. And then you have another company where most of the sales come from two models, same 1 million sales per year, same profits, same gross margin, same expense structure, same everything else except for that one fact. And by the way, specifically, Moody's said that all of the balance sheet numbers, profitability, financial statements, everything to do with that, it's fine. It would basically be investment grade. But it's their opinion to not put Tesla in to this upgraded rating. And eventually their thinking comes down to that it's better to invest in a company that produces 10 models. So if Tesla already had 10 models with all the exact same numbers that it has right now, it would already be upgraded to investment grade. So what Moody's is saying is that they do not like demand, is that they do not like excellent companies. Because I'll tell you this story. My dad is involved in manufacturing, and he used to have a big problem with trying to produce many different products for the suppliers. At one time, he had probably more than 10 different products that he was producing. And then one day, if you are in manufacturing, if you ever have a day where nothing goes wrong, where everything just goes smoothly, that's how you know you are in a dream. So there's always a problem. There's always something going on. And then my dad changed to just basically one product and just make that one product good, reduce the costs, and that turned out to be a phenomenal decision because the buyers were happier with the product, the costs were also lowered. We found a lot of ways to reduce the complexity of making that product, and also then you make more products. If we are producing one product, for example, we have a lot of headaches. If you produce 10 different products, we don't have just 10 times more the headache. It's about 100. It's exponentially harder because think about this. Tesla with Model 3 and Model Y, if they want to open a new factory, for the most part, they can just copy and then paste those factories over and over and over and over again. But then you have 10 different products, 10 completely different models. and you want to produce them in each factory, basically, it's going to be different to keep up with the iterations. Right now, when Tesla finds a new way to do the body and reduce parts in it and then improve the batteries, they can quickly upgrade themselves everywhere because that's basically all they are focused on. And all the executives are very familiar with the products, makes it kind of easy to do. But you have 10 different vehicle models, let's say, not every single executive will know every single model inside out. It's just, you just can't do it. So when you find a new way to improve the batteries, or when you find a new way to make the vehicle much safer from collisions, when you find a new way to cut costs, to make the factory simpler, it's gonna take a while. And that slows down the company. And that's why we decided to just pursue one product at a time, basically, or the most limited amount of products that we possibly can to keep it simple. Now, that one product may have variations, but it's not a fundamentally different product. It's basically the same thing. So we just don't finish it, basically, is what we're doing. Like if you get rear-wheel drive Model 3, is basically, and I'm oversimplifying here, but it's basically a not finished all-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 vehicle. So it's simple, but Moody's is saying this is stupid. We do not like to see a company that is so good at manufacturing where people are lining up to buy this vehicle and are willing to wait for a spectacularly long time to get this product at an even more spectacularly expensive price. And it's only 2 models. And it's the best-selling two best-selling vehicles in California are Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y. That includes economy cars like Toyota and Nissan. These are selling better. How is that? It's because the manufacturing process is so good. The product is so much more better. It's iterated so much more faster. It's improved so much more faster than any other vehicle. And if you go the thinking that Tesla has to have 10 different models already, otherwise it's not investment grade. But if it already had those 10 models with the same volume, with the same numbers, it would be investment grade. What you're saying is that you think that more demand is bad, or that Tesla cannot successfully launch new products. I don't understand why Tesla would not be able to launch new products having an ungodly amount of reservations for the Cybertruck, for example. So that, I'm not even gonna go into that. If you think that Tesla has the demand issues, if they launch new models, leave that in a comment. I really don't think it's even worth mentioning that. So that just, whoa, we're not even gonna go there. But thinking that more demand is also bad, that's even more stupid. You know, I went to a math camp once, and this was an eye-opening moment for me because everyone kept telling me, oh, Matt, you're so smart, you're smart, you're smart, you're smart. But I know my limitations. And the math camp is basically, it's not about knowing how much 133 times 1043 is. It's about solving riddles quickly, basically. Sort of like name 2 months that have 28 days. December and February, for example. All of them have 28 days. So, but when I went there, I realized that even the smartest people are not really much smarter than the regular person. Sure, they are a little bit smarter, but not an insane amount. And they all make the same mistakes as anyone else. Like, you would see someone making a ridiculous mistake like adding 25 plus 24 and somehow it comes to 50. Happens. They are all people. People at Moody's, they are smart people, I believe, but maybe the name is exactly what they are. Maybe they're just moody. I think they just made a bad decision here. I don't think they're stupid. I think if you run a company and you work at Moody's, I think you are sophisticated. But sometimes that sophistication produces more issues than the problems that it solves. For example, there was this campaign to solve poverty in Africa in this specific area, and they ran this experiment and they had a lack of food. So all the PhDs from these Ivy League universities like Harvard, so we're talking smartest of the smartest in the world, and they looked at all the numbers and everything, and they decided that planting corn is going to be the best solution, because corn, calories, fertilizer, weather for that specific area, everything seemed to be like a perfect match when you look at it from numbers point of view, and when you think about it, it makes the most sense. And then they did it, and then they found out that people don't want to eat the corn in that area because they feel like it's prisoners' food. It's food for people that are not people. Can you believe that? They wasted so much money running that project. I feel we have a similar problem here. It's not that Moody's people are not smart. Maybe they are moody, maybe they are not. I don't know. Although I would really like to know. But maybe they just made a mistake. And me as an investor into Tesla stock, I love mistakes like this, because it gives me a stock that I can keep buying at a reduced price, make more money, and I don't see how this is bad for Tesla long term. Now, short term, of course, Tesla wants to build new factories. Now, Tesla has a lot of cash on hand, but that cash is not exactly the most easiest thing to access. So Tesla, I think, is actually, if Tesla wants to expand very quickly, I would not be surprised if they want to raise money. They don't need to raise money, but it could be helpful to expand even faster. With Tesla's debt still having a junk rating, this makes it a little bit more costly to do. So, of course, short term, this is not exactly a spectacular thing for Tesla, but Tesla doesn't really need to raise money, although they could. So that's the only real downside that I see for Tesla, but as an investor, ooh, this is good news for us. If you are also considering going all into Tesla like I have in my stock portfolio, there are 8 things that you should consider before doing that. There's a video that you should watch right here. My name is Matt Pocius. If you like this video, the best way that you can support this is by clicking the like button. Actually, I would really appreciate that if you like this video. And subscribe if you haven't yet. My name is Matt Pocius. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.